I know, right? It's so unusual. Yes. It's special tonight on TV or something.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Alex, for that. Thank you. Benny's not here tonight. Good news is that means you get to hear Matt sing more. Bad news is that means you're going to be in the key that I sing in. That works. That works. So we begin our service on page. Actually, we have it up on the board. Hine Mato, welcoming in the Sabbath bride. So we need to welcome her in and read the peace tonight for the week. I was going to go into my Mirrors to Shane when you were doing that. Hine Mato Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Mato Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Mato Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Mato Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Mato Manai 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 Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Wish each other a Shabbat Shalom, a good Shabbos. I guess we're still, did people not know we had services tonight? Because Benny didn't know. I guess we didn't, and then we did, and then we didn't. There was a little confusion.
It said that it was going to be tomorrow.
It was fake news.
Disinformation.
I talked to Sherry.
Thank goodness for TikTok. And so they could obviously put it out properly. So if we can have some women, especially Sheila, if you can come up and light Shabbat candles, because this is a new bride who got married not too long ago, but they just got married in a civil way today. Before their marriage was not civil. So if we can come, someone else come up. Rita, come on. Leave the food alone. Leave the food alone. You're not eating until we're done here. I'm going to be at least 4 to 5 hours. Tired. Come on, if you guys would surround this beautiful bride, and afterwards, so understand, after we light candles, we say Shalom Aleichem, we welcome in the Sabbath. Read, I'm talking here. We welcome in the Sabbath angels, but we're also welcoming them for this bride and her groom Adam's lives that they should always be blessed, as well as for every Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher v'tishanu v'v'sata v'sivanu, l'hadinel shel Shabbat Kodesh.
Amen.
Amen.
As we continue, so you guys have not been around. It's a little bit, the custom's a little different in a Persian household. It's a little bit different. So okay, you welcome in the angels before. So just because the Mizrahi tradition, which is actually much more Kabbalistic because of history, you actually welcome in the angels before you even say the blessing. That's why you say Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. And so there's actually, it's a different thing. Yeah, so it's very beautiful as we welcome in angels of peace. You can give each other hugs. She's the bride. Bohem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Olam, Imachal, Baruch. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Olam, Imachal. Zeinem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Olam, Imachal. So Shabbat Shalom, this is where we bless our children normally, but there are only two sets of children here with their parents. Except there's two other children who are everybody's children. Because a bride and a groom are everyone's children and everyone's parents. So what we do is a little bit different than we normally do. It's also because there's so few of us tonight. So Alice, just hold on to Joel. You guys can all come on. Don't worry about the camera. Okay, you guys can come up here. Stand. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go right there. Right there. I need my boys over here, please. Guys, if you be kind of just surround the couple. You're gonna bless them. Come on. Come on, get close. You're gonna surround them and bless them. Come on, you two get over here.
All right.
Come on. Come on. Come bless this couple. Come on, get close. Get around them. Come on. There's a hole right here. There's a hole in the bucket. Come on. So if we can place our hands on our children, if you guys would just direct your hearts and your love to Adam and Shiva as we place our hands on our children. For the girls, Yisimech Elohim Pesaref Karach Lavaleh, may God bless you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. For the boys, Yisimcha Elohim Ephraim and Menashe, may God bless you like Ephraim and like Menashe. Yivarachacha Adonai V'Yishmerecha, may God always bless you and always protect you. Yarech Panav Alecha V'Yachuneka, may God lift to his countenance, being kind, gracious, compassionate with you in every place and time. Yisor Adonai Panav Alecha V'Yosem Lecha Shalom. May God bless you with good health, good mental health, good emotional health, good physical health, good spiritual health, with wisdom, with courage, with parnasa, with prosperity, with fun, with joy, with sisterhood, with brotherhood, with patience, with self-discipline, with self-awareness, with enlightenment, with kindness, with compassion, with integrity, with passion, with empathy, love, and always with peace. We continue our service as we turn to page 19 in our prayer book. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? It is hot. Rita agrees it's hot. Thank you for agreeing, Rita. So if we could turn on a little air conditioning. Thank you, Rita. We want to make you happy. So, as we read together, or responsibly, on the bottom of page 19, we're thankful on this Shabbat Eve. We gather in prayer not to seek that which we lack and may desire, rather give thanks for the many gifts which we already possess. It's so often overlooked.
Make us mindful, O Lord, of the treasures of our hearts, the powers of body, mind, and spirit, the loved ones and friends who nourish and sustain us, our good heritage.
As we ponder our blessings, may we be inspired to lift our voices in thanksgiving and praise to you, O Lord, source of all blessings, whose love is manifest, the blessing of Sabbath. So if we turn to page 38, Beautiful wedding chant. It is a wedding chant. I say it every week, but it is a wedding chant. It is about the union between God and Israel. Boy, that's loud. Maybe we do need to turn it off. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should turn it off. Rita says we should turn it off because it's too loud. You know, it's whatever Rita tells me. You sure, Rita? And so this is about bringing peace and love into our hearts, our homes, our relationships. It's by Akaba. It's such a beautiful chant. It's a wedding song. Turn it onto the screen. Page 30. La 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 dee. La 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 di crack la. La 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 b'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat tekabel. La 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 dee. La 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 di crack la. La 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 b'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat tekabela. Protect and remember. Shamor v'zachor. Shamor v'zachor. V'nikur echad. Ish ish miyanu. El ha'nuchah. Adonai echad. Ushmo echad, Hashem utifet, v'lidilah, la 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 di, la 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 di krakala, la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat tekabela. Pray for the holy city of Jerusalem. Mikdash melech, ir melucha, umitzei, b'toch ha'pecha, avlach shevet, ve'amek ha'bacha. Alai am blind. Hey, la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat tekabela. This next one is about being passionate. To get passionate. Itoreri, Ibahore, Kumiori, Uri, Shirdaveri, Kevorarona. Like it, la 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 the krakala, la 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 b'nei Shabbat, tekabel. We rise. Ashel said that the prayer means everything or means nothing. There's no between. If you open your heart fully, then Boiva Shalom, the Sabbath Queen, comes. She brings pain, she brings peace where there was pain. She brings happiness and wholeness where there was disharmony. If you do just with your head, then you're just faking it, fooling yourself. But if we receive, if we let Kapel, she comes and blesses us with such beauty. We will receive it. Boiva Shalom, Ateret Ba'alam, Come Besimcha. Segula. Boikala, Boikala, hey, la 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 B'nei Shabbat, B'nei Shabbat, Nekah, remain standing as we call to worship with the Baruch Hu. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch Hu es Adonai. Amevorach. Baruch Adonai. Amevorach. Amevorach. Le'olam ha'ed. Amevorach. Amevorach.
I forgot, I always do that Miss Rai feel that.
Please, okay, so we do L'chadodi, right? This is great. Might as well do a little teaching because Benny's not here, and so why not, right? Because it's just an excuse. We do this great L'chadodi. We do it every week. L'chadodi, which is also a bridal wedding song, it's written by Shlomo Alkabetz. It is every letter of the, there's this whole prayer and how the letters of the prayer themselves spell his name, Shlomo Levi, and there's a lot of beautiful stories about it. There's also a lot of rhythms and verses. So we do often la 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 la, and another one is la 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 and another one is la la la. That's what we do. Yeah. There's another one. There's a Sephardic one. L'chadodi l'krakala, b'nei Shabbat nekabla. L'chadodi l'krakala, b'nei Shabbat nekabla. Okay. Right? There's all sorts of. Which one's right?
All of them.
The one Matt plays.
And he plays all of them.
And he plays all of them.
Yeah.
He could probably do a country L'chadodi, but we're not going there. We'll save that for another.
Here we go.
But the point is that
We could go there.
we could go there. But the point of it is that our prayers, we have nusach, which is the melody for certain prayers that is based on the trope. So, right? That is what we're going to do in a moment. That is nusach. That is established melodies. And then for a lot of these prayers, it is not nusach. It is the melodies that have grown up in different communities and throughout the years. And many things people don't know where they come from, or they do, and they've been lost in translation. Canon Nate Lamb is going to be with us next Sunday night at Canyon. You can ask him, he's really an expert at that world. But as an example, the Adon Olam that some people in this room like. Adon Olam, Asher Malach. Right, it's actually a German drinking song from the beer halls of Munich 100 years ago.
There's another one too.
Which one?
Don't know about
Mystery. Geography. There's a bunch of Adon Olam. Those are all, there's actually L'chadodi that was done when he died. We did this actually. L'chadodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela l'chadodi l'chadodi, which is Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. So people pick up melodies and then they say this is the right melody. Okay, and that's the point, is that you guys, many of you who have only been around Ashkenazim, saw a different way, experienced a beautiful way that it is done, because that's how you grew up doing Shabbat candles. You say Shalom Aleichem beforehand. You didn't grow up that way. You know why? Sephardim are much nicer than Ashkenazim.
Oh, the way she did it, the way we used to do it.
In Argentina?
We didn't say this.
So there's a whole different, so, you know, I just want to point out that's part of the richness and the beauty of Judaism. It is part of what separates us and brings us together at the same time, which brings me to page 50, 51 about the Ma'ariv Aravim. All of those Adonolams are holy, aren't they? All of those Lachadodis are holy, right? And Ma'ariv is about realizing what is holy for each of us. I have friends who are pastors. Look, they like having an agent or an attorney between them and God, right? They go to a long-haired rabbi, not me, but as an attorney, you know, to be their agent and their emissary to God. We don't. Does that mean that they're unholy? No, it's just a holiness that's not for us. And we need to embrace and understand that Ma'ariv Aravim is very much about what is holy. Everything is holy, but pigs are holy too, but they're not holy for us to eat. But they're fine for other people. As we continue and read responsibly at the bottom of page 51, O Lord, your word brings on the evening twilight. The heavens proclaim your glory. Help us to recognize your guiding power in distant galaxies and in our own souls. Source of peace, bless our worship. May our meditations find favor in your sight.
May our gratitude for your wonders lead us in love to your service.
So like that, like the changing seasons, the days, the nights, our lives too will proclaim your glory, and together we say,
Amen.
El Chai v'Kayam, Tabid Le'Olam V'Hed, Ruach Adonai Ma'ariv. Please notice something in this prayer you just had. It's about cycles. Gratitude for your wonders leads us to love. Being taught laws of righteousness and love helps God's Spirit govern our lives. You see that? There's a cause and effect in Judaism. One leads to the other, and that's important especially because of what we're going to talk about later tonight with the Torah portion. So for a moment, think, however, about how God has shared his love with you this past week, this past day. Even the things that are trials and tribulations, the tough stuff, that too can be love, can't it? Right? That too can be love. And for a moment, contemplate those expressions of love that have been easy for you and those expressions that have been difficult for you. To receive them all in love, and from there and only there can we truly say the Shema and the V'Yah. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Elohim, Adonai Echad. V'yahata et Adonai Echad, v'kol nafshecha, v'kol me'otecha, v'hayu hadarim ha'el. Asher Anochi Tzavcha Hayom Alevarecha Veshinatan Levanecha V'divarta Ha'am V'shittecha V'beitecha V'vlechtecha Ha'erev V'shochtecha V'kumecha ושתם להיות על ידיך, והיו תותפות בעיניך, ופצעתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים ללבבכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אלוהיכם. So there is do you want to do a Shlomo song, or do you want to do a cross? Do you want to?
I had that Beatles song, Love. Love is all you need is what the way here just now.
That's a good came from. That's very helpful. That's because love is all you need. And love is not always just happy. For newlyweds, to remember, looking at you, Roger and Rita. Love is joyous, and love is not always easy. How many of you guys remember the cartoons Love Is? Like one panel, not as good as Northside, but really good. So love really is about that we're teaching our children that to teach them our expression of love. So that being said, do you want to do Ufros Elena, or do you want to do some sort of Shlomi? Because Benny doesn't know those, so we can do a Shlomo.
Okay, either.
The call up one. Because his yard site's in around May, isn't it?
Yeah. 15, I think.
3 days.
Yeah. I like Bashir Hashem.
It's a nice little one. So let me explain to you what this is. This is a lullaby that we sing. My boys have heard this song at least a few thousand times. Why are you rolling out your eyes? You used to not go to sleep without me singing to you. And the melody actually, we know, but the words are Hashem Hashem, name of God. Hashem Hashem. God is sent surrounding me, the angels of Israel. On my right is Michael. He's going to praise his God, Michael. On my left is Gabriel, the strength of God. In front of me is Uriel, the one who lights up the way. Behind me is Raphael, the one who heals everything. And above me is Shekhinah, the female presence of God, who dwells and brings us the expression of love, because in Judaism, it is the feminine, it is the expression of ultimate love in the physical world. It is actually, we're very feminist tradition, partnership, everything sacred in the physical world. It's actually feminine. And so we sing this lullaby for ourselves and for our loved ones and for our children. And we sing it for the world, that our world and our leaders may also remember to surround us with God's love. And we need to know when we need Michael to praise, when we need Gabriel's strength, when we need Uriel to light our way, when we need Raphael to clean up our messes. Hashem, Hashem, Meloko Yisrael, Mimi, Mehoya, Umismoli Gavri, Umilvanai Uriel, Neacharai Raphael, Ve'aroshi, Shekhinah, Lai, 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 lai. God has sent surrounding me the angels of Israel. On my right is Michael, on my left is Gabriel. In front of me is Uriel, behind me Raphael. Raphael above my head. Cut. So, Allison, how many years ago was Mom? 05. 06. So, 14 years ago, 16 years ago, actually, on this date, I'm home here, so a couple days ago, Allison and I went to go see Shlomo Schwartz, and Rabbi Abraham Greenbaum left me in town from Israel. It was a lot of home where there's a big fire. My mom died. And this is what they're saying. So I ask for your forgiveness as we continue to bless us and sing the song, because it does bless all of us, that not all tears are bad. Grieving is not a bad thing. So we just stop. And so I ask for forgiveness. But it just brought me back to being at this October celebration. It was a huge backyard with the two of them, who really don't teach together in this country. Only they did in Israel, which one was now gone. But it is an important chant for all of us to remember that God is surrounding us. Hashem, Hashem, Meloko Yisroel. Mi, Mevoyel, Holy Gabriel. Umirbanat Uriel, Me'achar Raphael. Ve'aroshi, Shekhinah El. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. God has sent surrounding me the angels of Israel. God's praise I hear through Michael, His strength in Gabriel. His holy light in Uriel, healing in Raphael. God's holy love is holy love with Shekhinah. Ve'aroshi, Shekhinah. So again, I ask for forgiveness. Like I said, not all tears are bad. We continue on page 66 with the Hatzi Kaddish. We all need to remember our parents and our blood. Yikata, Vikita, Shamay. I started like here. Yikata, Vikita, Shamay, Rabba, Yomadi, Rakute, Yolik, Mokute, Lahaye, Yomer, Ubayete, Pobek, Israel. Agala, Agala, Ubizman, Kari, Amen. Ishmei, Rabba, Leolam, Leomaya, Yibarak, Yibarak, Yishua, Yibarak, Romam, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitale, Yitala, Shmei, Shabri. Please rise. To Shabbat Nevemata, Daniela Neama, Now we done. The ultimate prayer. It's called a tefillah, the prayer in the Talmud. And we should let it pray us and be empty. La 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 Adonai. La 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 Svatai Tifta. La 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 Ufi Tahilatem Ekha. La 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 Adonai. La 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 Svatai Tifta. Na 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 Ufi Tahilatem Ekha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Svatai Tifta. Na 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 Ufi Tahilatem Ekha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Azdei Avot Umevi Goel Yifnei B'neihem L'ma'an Shmo Be'ava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magei Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayev Eitim Atah Rav L'Hoshia Mechakel Chaim B'Chesed Yemetim Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Berofei Hodim U'Natir Asurim U'Mekayem Emunato L'Shenei Avar Mihamocha Ma'agerubo U'Midom Melach Melech Me'mid U'Mechayeh U'Matzmiach Yeshua V'Ne'emanat L'Chayot Metim Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh Hametim. Please continue with traditional prayers to page 74, or your own personal prayers when you're done with your private devotions. Please be seated. We continue on page 74 with the prayer for peace. Shalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech מלאכתו לכל השלום, כי אתה מלאכתו לכל השלום. Shalom Rava Yisrael Chasim Leolam. Shalom Rava Yisrael Chasim Leolam. Tov Be'enecha Levarech Et Amcha Yisrael B'chol el v'chol sha'ah B'shlomecha. Shalom Rava Yisrael Chasim Leolam. Shalom Rava Yisrael Chasim Leolam. Chasim Leolam. Chasim Leolam. Thank God for that. Shabbat Shalom. So how many of you ever saw the movie Minority Report?
Oh,
Minority
love
Report.
that movie.
Minority Report was a Spielberg movie, if I recall. And it was based on a short story by, Joel's gonna know this. It wasn't Stephen King. It was Philip,
Philip Roth?
no, that's Portnoy's Complaint. No, Philip, the guy who wrote Blade Runner. Okay, anyhow, Minority Report is this really interesting story. If you haven't seen it, it's an interesting movie. But it's the idea that a group of people are gathered together and they are able to create a report so that you can predict a crime before it's going to happen. Based on the simple laws of life, of the universe. If I drop the mic, what will happen? Unless I'm at the magic castle, it will land on the ground. Right?
You won't get another one.
Right? Action, consequence. That's what this Torah portion is all about. Actions, consequence. So the Torah portion goes a lot into, in this week's story, it's a double portion, by the way. And it goes a lot into the ideas and the laws, and it elucidates these laws, and it says, if you do this, you're going to have rain in the proper season. All these good things are happening. If you do this, not so good. Okay? You'll have boils and expelled from the country, and all these kind of things, right? It's about karma. And it starts off, now some of these things are pretty obvious. It's kind of sensible to know that if you're going to allow theft, adultery, and murder, the society will fall apart, right? So they're forbidden in the Torah portion. I hate it when I can read your mind, Stan. So, right? So that you have monkeys outside? Oh, it's ducks. I thought it was monkeys. Who did you think it was? Westlake Village. So it's really simple, right? If you do certain things, this is action consequences. As an adult, we get to know them more. Often children don't realize them as well. We have to teach them. There are consequences, right? And this is a Torah portion that, remember, the Torah is given to the people of Israel who are all emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually children. The vast majority of it. And so it's very clear. Act this way, your society will go well. Don't act this way, it's not going to go so well. Except, a lot of times, people act well and it doesn't seem like things go so well, does it? Or vice versa. You know, there's a story about that. One of my favorite stories, one of Allison's favorite stories actually, that Rabbi Akiva and Elijah the prophet were wandering one day, they were walking, and they stayed at the home of a very poor man, couple. And the poor couple had nothing, but they let Akiva and Elijah, I've told this story, I'm sure, Akiva many times, so I don't have to tell it again. So, it's a good, so that they go, it's a great thing about not writing sermons, I never know what I said or didn't say, so. They go and they stay at the home of a poor person, and the poor person treats them really well. And in the morning, the poor couple's only possession, their cow is dead. They travel the next day, they stay at the home of a wealthy man, the wealthy man treats them poorly, treats them poorly. In the morning, Elijah says, I saw there was a break in the wall in front of your property, I'll send some workers to come fix it. And Akiva says, that's not karma. That's not okay, where's the reward, where's the justice? And Elijah says, don't try and judge what you are not capable of understanding. It was preordained that the poor man's wife was to have died, but because he was so good, his cow died instead. It was preordained that the wealthy man would find a pot of gold by the property, but now he never will, because of his pain. Oftentimes, we think, why us? Why are these bad things happening to us? Why aren't they better? I mean, that may be on an individual level, a collective level, a familial level, a community level, a city level, a state level, a national level, an international level, an extraterrestrial level, just so I keep everything included. Right? Doesn't it feel like that? We did this, and this is what we did. But the point is that we never know. Another story that I may or may not have relayed, we were living in Westchester at the time, and Allison, I helped a friend who was saying Kaddish for his mother's grave. After the first year, he wanted to meet in Calabasas. We did. It was 100 and some degrees, and my car didn't start. And when I came, as a result, we had to get towed. I was a half an hour later than I was supposed to be. You remember this vividly. And we're on the freeway, and it's just stopped on 405 going back. And Allison's saying, we try and live a good life. Why is this happening? We found out that, half an hour beforehand, there was the 6-car pile up with all sorts of people dying. Had God not made my car not start, I would have been, God forbid, in that crack-up. Period. Which was really perfect because she was so upset beforehand. You were going, why is this happening to us? Why, you got to tow your car from Calabasas to Westchester. The point is that a lot of times things happen and we don't know. We don't know why. And we need to have faith that, in fact, if we look carefully, we will see the why and that the why is always there. And here's where we really see it in this week's Torah portion. So there's all these laws, do this, don't do that. If you do this, good things. If you do this, bad things. And it all starts with one of the more creative and interesting pieces of a Torah portion. It starts with this discussion that we all know we have Sabbath every week. But then once every 7 years, you have a sabbatical year. And then after every 49 years, you get a Jubilee year, where everything returns back, cycles back. So the idea is, and it's fascinating language, it actually says that the sabbatical year is for the land. It's not for us, it's for the land. So it shows the land has personality, the land has consciousness. And so every 7 years, we need to let the land be conscious, and relax, and have Shabbat, so it can renew itself. Every 49 years, we need to renew our whole culture, our whole world. Well, that doesn't make a lot of intellectual sense. If I take one day off a week to renew myself so I can start the next week refreshed and renewed, I'm losing a day of work. Intellectually, right? But there's hidden meanings, and we need that extra day per week. For those of us who do observe Shabbat, we find that it really helps us rejuvenate and more efficient the rest of the week. We know with students that if you're spending more than 45 to 50 minutes an hour, they're not going to become most efficient. Do you know that? You don't want to be spending an hour 20 straight in a class, because there's the about most. So this idea of, though, on every 49 years, we give everything back. All slaves go back, debts are forgiven. Seems really strange, doesn't it? I mean, where's the benefit in that? Why should I do it? What am I going to get back? Where's the benefit? The karma. It's hidden in the Torah portion. Chazal, our sages, teach, if you look at that paragraph, 5 times in that paragraph, the word Eretz is mentioned. What does Eretz mean? Land. And the teaching is that if we observe these laws of Shabbat, sabbatical year, and Shemini, and the Jubilee year, and if we live by the 5 books of Moses, we are deserving and will always have the land of Israel. Isn't that a beautiful take? So the karma is there. We have to look. We read Ma'ariv Aravim. We see that the cycles happen. What goes up comes down. What goes around goes around. But everything leads to a good place. You are the most newlywed couple in this particular room, I think, at this moment. Has anyone else gotten married recently? You're still living in sin, Rita? How many years have you guys been married? So, oh please is over 50, right? That's, look at So, you can verify this. Your relationships, like all relationships, will be joyous and painful. They will be happy and frivolous, and there will be challenges. Guaranteed. I try and stay out of the betting or prophecy business. I can pretty much guarantee there will be some challenges along the way. Which is great, because it allows us to have the ups and downs, which allows us to live life. Who wants to live life like this? The ups and the downs. But here's the key to always remember. In every relationship, with our children, with our friends, with our spouses. The key is that everything is done in love. Karma is an expression of God's love. That wheel that spins is an expression of God's love, because you're on the top, you're on the bottom, you're still being loved. And if we remember that, maybe pain doesn't happen, so that suffering doesn't. And we can always be deserving of the land of Israel, the land of joy, relationships of joy, good health, prosperity, and love. My prayer for all of us is that we enjoy the journey and realize, even if we don't see it, everything comes from and leads to love, because that's really what the cycles lead to. That's why it's so much fun to be up here, if we allow it to be. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Matt, what you got for us?
Well, first I've got a little business to attend to instead here.
I thought you were going to go to the restroom, the way you said it. I got a little business to attend to.
I would
I thought it was either that or you're going to go collect money.
I'd never be so crass. Not collect money. Okay, so my assignment was to come up with a karma song, and I came up with 2, and I put them both together.
Because he can do that.
Let's see. I remember how this thing goes. Okay, here we go. What comes up must come down. Spinning wheels got to go round. Talk about your troubles, you cry and sing. Out of the morning, breakfast and spinning. I got no money, I got no home. Spinning wheels all over. Talk about your trouble, never learn. Ride a painted pony, the spinning wheels turn. Did you find direction sign on a straight and narrow Would you mind reflecting inside just to let you shine within your mind and show you the colors are real? Instant colors gonna get you, knock you off your feet. Better recognize your colors, everyone you meet. While I'm walking here, sure that I can land my feet. Why are you there? When we all shadow like the moon and the stars and the sun. Yeah, we all shadow. Everyone gone. Yeah, we all shadow. Like the moon and the stars and the sun. Yeah, we all shadow. Shadow, like the moon and the stars and the sun, we all shadow, everyone. The end.
It was great. You could see who remembered that song.
Yeah.
Which one?
Spinning Wheel. So Joe wasn't quite looking as familiar with it as Francine was, who was singing along. And my kids were looking at it like,
What's that?
Daddy, it's all people in the.
okay, announcements. So we have, next week we have, I don't know what we have. We have class on Monday. We do not have class on Monday. We have Shabbat on Friday. We do not have Shabbat on Friday. Why do we not have
Because it's your birthday.
No, my birthday was 3 weeks ago, actually.
Oh, that's right.
It was during,
That's right.
it was during
We
the,
had no services then either.
I bypassed it. As I say, I think I look good for 87. So, we have, why don't we have Shabbat next Friday? Why would we not have services? Unless it's too much for
We
volunteers.
don't have, with the week after we do.
Okay, because there's a lot for people who are volunteering for the event on the 21st. Okay. Maybe we'll do something else. Sunday the 21st, we have this fundraiser,
Biggest fundraiser.
which is a large fundraiser. We're actually doing a really serious fundraiser. We have Vegas magicians coming in, we have Maitland singing, we have auction items, silent auction items that are pretty spectacular. And I don't know what else. Matt's gonna play.
I'm doing a play,
Cake.
a one-man production.
Okay, Schwartz's is making a cake.
I'm gonna do Man of La Mancha, I'm gonna play all the parts.
Oh, I can't wait to see you play Aldonza.
Or Dulcinea.
Or the donkeys.
Well, he can sing Dulcinea, I'm just thinking, well, anyhow. And then we have Shabbat services, and we have everything else, and we have Shavuot, that is coming. Okay, I was missing something. We have Shavuot services, a week from next Thursday, I think, or next Friday.
Yes.
We have Shavuot services, we will be studying all night. It's a cheesecake holiday. It's a dairy holiday, bring your cheesecake, your tiramisu, we will study all night or until many people cannot. It is the wedding ceremony between God and Israel, and it is one of the most important and beautiful experiences to try and, if you guys can make it, to go all night. It's really fabulous and wonderful. Matt, what you got going? Wait, am I missing anything? Rita, Sue Ann? Mahjong on Thursday, 6 p.m. I played.
Yeah.
I'm still reveling.
You don't want to play again?
No, why would I? I won.
You want.
I'm like a super all-star. I'm 1 for 1 and I'm done. And I yelled Yahtzee. Okay, man.
Let's see, well, I have my boat gigs every Saturday and Sunday in Marina Del Rey. You can come along for a little boat ride and a buffet. I can
3 hour tour?
verify the 3-hour tour. I can verify they do have lox and bagels right behind me. And cream cheese. For a while, I didn't see the cream cheese and I was really concerned. Because that's kind of a.
Why do it?
Exactly, why do it? So, the really nice vessel has been in dry dock, the Entertainer, and they have spent millions and millions of dollars refurbing and retrofitting stuff. And they're gonna have a grand opening where they rechristen it in Marina Del Rey. That'll be next month, the first weekend in June. And then I am doing sort of my garage band, I guess it is. I play with a group called the Block Party, which does a lot of mostly oldies stuff from the 70s and the 80s. I hate calling that oldies, but I guess 50s too, and 40s, and Civil War music.
A little pipe and drum for the revolution.
But it's really good. It's a good band. We
Where do you play?
rehearse. We're playing in a place in Eagle in Sierra Madre called the Nano Cafe, and some other places that I have to post. We just got a bunch of gigs. So, in fact, I don't even know if I'm available for them all, but they sent them to me. So I guess I'm going to be doing them. It's fun. I get to play electric guitar, and it's a good band. Everybody sings. And it's pretty good musicianship.
Cool. About to bring them in here.
Yes.
We'll have a block party or after Shabbat under the stars.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no, it won't be on a Friday though. I never do Fridays.
I will do it on
I'll
another.
do it on a Saturday, the after Shabbos. Yeah.
I think those are all of our announcements, right? So other than that.
Oh, I got one more thing.
Yes.
A friend of mine, my sitar teacher from CalArts, Almeida Scooped was his name. He was a student of Ravi Shankar's, and he played on the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper album. He plays tambura and tabla on that, and sitar on that. And I recently found a folder of his music that I did in college up at CalArts, about 10 or 12 songs that are all based on ragas that represent different times of the day. And it's for Western and non-Western music. So it's going to have Western instruments and vocals, and it's going to have traditional North Indian instruments. And I'm re-recording all of those compositions in his honor. So it's going to be quite an undertaking.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I think that's all of our announcements. As we continue our service on page 92. No, we're not quite there yet. 92 as we pray for our country and for Israel. I am really tired of seemingly the news cycle getting worse and worse every day. I'm also seeing places of hope. And so we pray for our country and for our leaders. We read responsibly at the top of page 92, our God and God of our ancestors. We ask for blessings upon our country and upon the leaders of our nation and of our communities.
Inspire all leaders to conduct their affairs honorably. Make peace and security, happiness and prosperity, right and freedom in the lives among us.
Unite the inhabitants of our country of all backgrounds and creeds, so that we may banish hatred and bigotry, safeguard our noblest ideals, and preserve those institutions which nurture liberty.
May this land under your providence be an influence for good throughout the world, helping to unite all peoples in peace and freedom, bringing those closer to fulfillment of the visions of our Christ.
Lo yisegoy goychenu, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. For the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness calm, and confidence forever. Together we say,
Amen.
Amen. We ask your blessings, O God, for the state of Israel, for the land of Israel, for the people of Israel.
Bless those who defend the land and protect its people. Bless its leaders with wisdom, courage, and dedication.
May they be resolute in the face of challenge and unwavering in the pursuit of justice and peace.
May Israel be a beacon of hope for the oppressed, source of inspiration for all who are free.
Fulfill in our day the ancient promise that Zion shall be redeemed through justice, its inhabitants through righteousness, and together we say,
Amen.
You should that off as a prayer for healing for those who need healing, for their body, mind, spirit. If there's someone you wish to pray for their healing, I ask that you rise and call out their names and pray for them as a community.
Zach Barry.
Anyone online? We pray for the healing of all those people injured by humans or by God, nature or tragedy, war. All those who have no one to heal them, no one to pray for them, especially those who have become injured in service of this nation of Israel. Pray for you for Shlema, the people, the neshama, the body, and the spirit. Let's find the words up there. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuge, renewal of body, renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. It was the same key, Stan, it was just an octave lower. That's all. It's just, we're 2 octaves lower than Benny, 1 octave lower than everyone else. That's all. It's the same key. Well, it was the same key, right, man?
Same key as every week.
Okay, every week. Exactly.
Every week. Same
Every
key.
week. Same key. This was just I sang it in my octave, and I was more comfortable.
Basso profundo.
Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna, I'm thinking of, maybe changing careers, and I'll audition for the Grinch and how the Grinch stole Christmas. And for Hades and Hades Town. What do you think? You're a green
No, I have a
It's the Grinch.
I have a request.
You want me to play the Grinch?
No, I want you to sing Old Man River.
Yeah, right.
The last notes.
There's not a big market for a rabbi gospel singer, Francie. It's a very small demographic audience.
It's unique. It's unique.
Well, there might be a reason for that. Sometimes it's not that there's a vacuum that needs to be filled. Sometimes no one does it because it just no one wants it. We have to remember that is. So we continue. We continue we'll keep going. We're going to continue on page 118 with Elena as we rise. With the idea of rise from Elena, we're going to take on ourselves that which we study. We're going to take on ourselves the idea of realizing that everything leads to something else. There are consequences. There are the issues of karma, and that whether we see it or not, good things are always. Continue with Elena. Elena l'shabeach l'adon hakol, b'tei kedula v'yetzer breshit, shalom asanu pigui haratzot, v'lo samanu k'shmol ha'adama, shalom sam kalkenu kahem, v'kor aleinu k'chol ha'monah, אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא בשמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל Ushkina tuzo, Mekohe Merominu, Eloheinu, Einu, Emepakeinu, Efesulato, Kakatu, Betorato, Etatayom, Behashimota, Elevavecha, Ki Adonai hu Elohim, Hashamayim v'imahal, ve'haaretz, Elon, Elon, HaKadosh Baruch Adonai Eloh Le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz. Hayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad. Please be seated. For a while, I thought we were doing the Elena at Dodger Stadium. It's like you have that Hammond organ. I thought we were Dodger Stadium, which made the kids happy. On page 124, we have the Kaddish. Oh, you stopped. We have on page 124, we have Kaddish, this amazing prayer. We should live life in a way that makes our ancestors proud. If it is the anniversary of your yard site, it's the yard site of your morning, I ask that you please rise as we turn to page 124 and call out the names of those who we remember.
My brother, who passed away yesterday,
Oh,
So sorry.
10 miles.
do you know his Hebrew name? Do you know his Hebrew? Oh, you didn't have a Hebrew name.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's okay.
I'm sure that is
Ashraf Gavai.
All of those people who have, I want to remember that we remember them. All those who have died in service of this nation, Israel. All those who have known, especially those who have died in service of Kiddush Hashem. It's your custom to rise, I ask that you do so as we continue on page 124. Yitgadal v'yikadash shmei Rabbah. Yomad yivrach yutei v'yomid malchutei v'chayachom v'yom nachon v'chayir v'beis Yisrael. V'agalav v'zman kariv emru. Yehei shmei Rabbah v'rach v'olam olam v'yomayah. Yibrach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shmei v'kiddusha v'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. V'yomah v'yimru. Yehei shlam ha'rabba min shemaya v'chayim. Aleinu al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Osei shalom v'bromah. Uya'aseh shalom aleinu al kol Yisrael. Amen. The one who makes peace, their stewards. Peace upon these souls, their families, their communities, this community, this nation, Israel, and please, God, peace in all the world. Together we say. Amen. As we turn to page 128, and Matt tells us what the proper Adon Olam melody is.
I defer to Rita. That way?
So you're doing it, we're having Adon Olam at Dodger Stadium. Ba-da-dum, Adon Olam, Asher Olam, B'terem po'yizir hira, le'et nafsav l'chesoko, azay melech shemoni, rabe'ach. Yitzhara, lost my place. Let's have owning and celebration for Adam and Shiva as well. Only joy in their lives, even when it's painful, they should find joy in the relationship.